The retail sector down more than 25% from a year ago, with a number of big brands struggling to navigate soaring prices and also a looming recession. Well, last week, CEO of Macy's revealing that the company's holiday sales would be at the low end of their initial guidance. Shares of Lululemon taking a tumble yesterday after the company warned that its profit margins were going to decline in the fourth quarter. But one retailer is coming out of the holiday shopping season on top, and that is Abercrombie Fitch. Shares up about 1% today. We're looking at 2 days of gains of about nearly 10%. The move higher coming after the company raised its guidance. Net sales now expected to rise between 1% and 2%. The retailer has done a massive U-turn in recent years. Once known for its perfume stores, the shirtless models, A&F has certainly rebranded, and it seems to be working, Dave. They're really going after their bread and butter, the millennials, the Gen Zers on the older end of that generation who grew up shopping at Abercrombie Fitch, but they're doing it in a different way now. The tight clothes, everything that they were known for in the 90s, early 2000s. If you go into a store today, that's certainly not it. They have the baggy sweatshirts, the jeans that are the looser fit, and it seems to be working with consumers today.
Yeah, it's remarkable. We're talking about, 30 years after they were their hottest and now their best holiday sales ever. And in particular on that group, the Gen Z and the millennials, getting away from that sex sells, the shirtless models in the door that always brought people in. It's a very interesting comeback story, one that I'm not sure is about innovation as much as it is how the population has come back around. And I think it really comes out of COVID. People were home for so long, learned to be very comfortable, just one person's theory. Again, I take this all anecdotally from taking my kids to school, see a lot of Abercrombie & Fitch. Comfortable, loose-fitting clothes seem to be what they are wearing today, rather than the tight, small, skimpy clothing that we saw a lot going into the pandemic. American Eagle has also had a remarkable turnaround, second best holiday sales they've ever seen. Fran Horowitz really deserves a lot of credit for the turnaround there at Abercrombie. And what's interesting is people kind of buried this company with a Netflix documentary that pointed out how they were so discriminatory, even racist, and really exclusive, something they kind of owned. And then Fran Horowitz comes in and makes this a real inclusive brand. Everyone's welcome, taking away a lot of the logos. A remarkable turnaround in the retail segment, and looks to continue throughout the year.
And Dave, speaking of that U-turn, former CEO Mike Jeffries was quoted back in 2006, and this speaks to the Netflix documentary that you were just talking about. We go after the cool kids. We go after the attractive all-American kid with a great attitude and a lot of friends. Are we exclusionary? Exclusionary? Absolutely. And certainly the brand that you're seeing today, what's working with all of their consumers today, is certainly light years away from what it was under Jeffries in the early 2000s.